Hey there guys, congratulations on getting VSX. I want you to get the best mixes of your life with this technology, and this quick start video is going to help you achieve that goal. First, let's choose your ear profile. The ear profile ensures that what you will be hearing with VSX is the flattest response for your unique ear canal shape. Users with wider ear canal openings should use profile 1, and users with more narrow ear canal openings should use profile 2. Now, let's determine which ear profile you are. The way we recommend determining your ear canal size is with the use of the original Apple earbud in-ear wired headphones, which are commonly available to most people. Now don't worry, if you don't have access to earbuds, I'll give you a few tips in a moment that will help you understand which profile you are simply by doing listening tests. So if the earbud fits kind of loosely in your ear canal, kind of slips out with a few jumping movements, and exhibits little bass response unless you physically push it into your ear, you are profile 1. If the earbud fits snugly in your ear, has a good seal, and has a somewhat hyped bass response, then you are profile 2. Now please note, canal openings are not always related to your ear size. Someone with larger ears can still have a more narrow canal and be profile 2 ear size. Select your appropriate ear profile by selecting the profile button on the top left. It will default to this setting until you change it. To help confirm that you have selected the correct ear profile, choose one of the VSX near-field or mid-field studio speakers in NRG or Archon. So here's how to confirm you are choosing the right profile. And this is also for the folks who don't have access to the Apple earbuds. If you are a profile 1 ear, then listening to reference music with VSX in profile 2 mode should sound like the mid-range detail is dull and stuffy. The low mid should sound a bit heavy and the very highs a bit hyped. If you are a profile 2 ear, then listening to music with VSX in profile 1 mode should sound harsh in the upper mid-range, scooped in the low mids, and sometimes dark in the very highs. Of course, listening to music with your correct profile should sound flat, balanced, and detailed. Now here's another note, if you have chosen the correct profile for your ears, it still may take time to adjust to the flat response of your new virtual speakers. We'll discuss that again in a moment. After you choose your profile, take some time to adjust the VSX positioning on your ears. The VSX headphones must be positioned properly over your ears to ensure that you are accurately hearing the speaker model. You should make sure the entire cup is over your ear, and then slide the cup around while listening to one of the VSX speaker models until you hear clear highs and defined lows. Then tighten the headphone band to secure it in position on your head. Next, you're used to listening to your home studio speakers. Now some of you may have some decent rooms and speakers, and some of you may not. That's okay, that's why you got VSX, I get it. But the point is that VSX contains some very flat models of speakers that you are not used to hearing. So before you start mixing and producing with VSX, you've got to get acquainted with these new speakers and learn them first. To do that is simple. Take some reference mixes you know, maybe they're famous mixes and maybe they're your own mixes. Put them in a new DAW session called VSX Listening and start listening to the mixes on the different VSX speakers. But here is the most important part. Despite how tempted you may be, do not start instantly hopping from speaker to speaker at first. Because when you switch instantly from one speaker in one room to another speaker in a totally different room environment, you are going to hear the mids and highs naturally modulate from the transition. And this can sound odd at first and become disorienting for your ears, especially when you instantly go from a studio speaker to a completely different environment like a car, something your ears are not used to doing in real life. Now to overcome this, we created this feature called the 2-second palette cleanser, which adds an important pause between speaker swaps. This will allow your ears to refresh and each speaker will sound better. If you find a new speaker sounding a bit weird, give it about 60 seconds of listening, and like magic, your ears will likely acclimate to the new tone, and it will start to sound great. Now, once you continue to use VSX, this phenomenon will subside, and your ears will start to adjust faster. Take notice of the kick drum level, the snare level, the vocal level. Listen to the overall highs. How bright are they? Do this for at least 1 hour before mixing and producing with VSX. Then when you're actually mixing with VSX, have a few of those reference songs in the session that you can solo and check back with. Using this method, you're going to get mixes that will astound you, just as they have been for thousands of VSX users each day. Next, never use your DAW insert bypass while using VSX, and with the VSX headphones on your ears. Instead, use the level matched bypass in the plugin. Now this is crucial for two reasons. First, the speaker modeling adds dynamic range, so the output level of the plugin is reduced. If you hard bypass in your DAW, then you will get a huge jump in volume, which nobody wants. But also, when you use the level matched bypass, the plugin bypasses directly to the VSX HD linear headphone model, which is a flat and unhyped headphone response, which serves as a great reference. The hard bypass goes to the raw VSX tone, which is intended to be a blank canvas for modeling and not for critical listening. Next, we already spoke about the temptation to instantly speaker hop when first listening to VSX, but you should also not speaker hop too much in the actual mixing process. If you do that, your ears will lose perspective and the results will suffer. Instead, do 30 minutes on one speaker, then take a break for 1 or 2 minutes, then put it on a new speaker, maybe a bigger one with more bass extension, or a smaller one with less. After 20 to 30 minutes, do small, quicker checks using the 2-second palette cleanser on a few other speakers to see if something pokes out. For instance, listen to the club to see how the lows are doing, or the car to check if the snare is sounding right. Whenever you make an adjustment, it's also a good idea to go back to the original speaker to make sure it sounds good, and it usually does. Next, the Room EQ is there to help you further customize the overall tone to your taste, or to help you customize the tone due to the minor audio discrepancies caused by different ear shapes. Now, you've already chosen your ear profile, so things should be sounding pretty great. But some people may desire a bit more highs, lows, less upper mids, and this very gentle EQ allows these customizations without ruining the overall linear tone of the speakers. But unless you feel the need to use the EQ, don't use it. Alright, this last one may seem like a joke, but it's based on several real scenarios that happen with our beta testers. Once you get well acquainted with VSX, you're going to up your mix game. And you may start to feel inclined to remix dozens of old projects to fix them with your new monitoring powers. Well, you can do whatever you want, and it can certainly be fun to see how much you can improve old mixes, but don't drive yourself crazy. Appreciate your old catalog for what it is and focus on the path forward. I don't want your significant others cursing my name because you're spending every waking moment fixing old mixes. Guys, we have a special Steven Slate Audio VSX private Facebook group just for VSX users. My team and I will always be there to chat with you guys and help you out. So hit stop, start mixing in over $5 million worth of speakers and studios. That's it for me. Happy mixing.